Hi, today we're going to show you how you can make a Trello board to keep track on your prospects, on your new customers, new partners, and anything else you would like to track and have a system of of having a system in your business in Asea. You can also have people entering your board. You can invite people to join, watch them if you have a team that you have a board with some training or yeah, you can use this to almost everything. So for this example, I'm not going to use any one of the ones I already have, but I'm going to create a new one. So I'm going to create a board and I want to call it my prospects, for example, 2023. It's going to be private, so I will use private, and then I can start to create this board. So now you can see that you have an empty board here, and you can start making your lists. So for example, you have a lady here called Anita something. I would put a last name here just to make sure that you remember who this is. You can press enter and then you can actually add another one. So for example, Kurt Nelson. I'm just making it up. And for example, we have one called Claire Box. So now, sorry, Clear Box, enter. So now you have these three people, and you can do this in any way you want. You can, for example, add a card here that is explaining who Anita is. Anita is so and so. She has trouble with so and so. And then you can just even have more information about her here. Or you can just enter her name and you can watch it, open to just keep an eye on who she is, or you can open the card that I just created on under her. So this is where I started to write. So for example, here you will have a much bigger way of writing her the things that you need to remember about Anita. So I would say whatever I was writing here, I would put in here, and I would put of course whatever more there is to have here, and then save. And I would say Anita and maybe the date, Sunday 16th of July, and then have everything in her description on the description here. You can also use the activity part where you have called her up. She wants to know more. And then you have everything with activities here. You can also put dates where you need to follow her up. So for example, the 18th, and save. So now you will get a notice that you have to follow her up 18th of July. We have more here that you can have. You can play around with buttons, and you can play around with the covers and stuff like that. But for this example, I'm just going to do it like this. So I have one there. You can, for example, you can put, you can move them around. So you can do whatever you want. And you can also have more cards under here if you rather want Kurt Nelson to have one of. So for example, you can write here, my prospects, and then have Anita, only Anita here. Let's say her name is Olsen, and all the activities on her, on that one. And you can have, for example, Kurt Nilsson here, and clear rocks here. So that way you can just click on his name. You can start collect the information that you want to keep for later conversation with this person. Not interested right now, because we all know that people are never not interested. It's just that it's just not now. And save it, and maybe put a date a month from now to follow up and ask how they are doing. So, and maybe tell them, this happened to me, and this is so amazing. I really don't want you to miss out on this. And then you can use this board for something else. For example, my customers and my business partners. So you can arrange this Trello board in whatever way you want. The last part I did here is how I do it. So I have my prospects and the list of them down here. It can become pretty long, but then you can make another one saying my prospects in August, for example. So you can put, sorry, and then you can move this over here, and you can call this my prospects July, right? So you get what I mean, hopefully. And you can just start adding your prospect list down under the heading here. So it's an amazing tool. It's free of charge. You can have up to, I think, 10 boards. So just play around with your board. And if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to contact us. I can go through this with you if you feel stuck. I have been using this for a couple of years now, and I love this tool. So another good tool for you to use instead of maybe handwritten paper that have a tendency to disappear, right? So I wish you all the best with this one. Thank you.